Polish crowd getting behind the American Anthony Smith early. He is in black. Ankalaev will switch stances. He is in the southpaw stance early and in the red trunks.
Anthony looks thicker, man. Look at his legs and his body. He looks really good and physically good for this fight. Ankalaev's a little bit thinner for the weight class. And you can see the the willingness to put on the weight for Anthony has really paid dividends.
He knew it was going to be a tough weight cut. It was, but he got it done, and we'll see if it pays dividends here shortly.
And you always wonder in these moments how these young prospects handle being in front of a guy that they've watched forever. Anthony has been in the game. Anthony has 50 professional fights, and he's been in the UFC for years. Fought for the UFC light heavyweight championship. And you wonder, how does Ankalaev handle being in front of a guy like Anthony? And right now, he's showing respect.
Yeah, about half of Anthony Smith's UFC career have been main events. Nice low leg kick by Ankalaev. Ankalaev coming off a 5-round unanimous decision win against Thiago Santos in what was his first main event.
Ankalaev is doing a real good job at checking those body kicks.
Anthony's just very, very smart, taking real estate, taking space. He doesn't rush in. See that? Now he's little, inch by inch, he comes forward to try to set his trap.
And those kicks that are getting checked, they're not full blast, and that's out of design. He doesn't want to rush in and throw things as hard as he can.
Especially when you see the kid checking them all. You know, you start throwing those hard kicks, especially throwing it from a conventional stance into a southpaw, you can really hurt yourself when that guy checks it coming across the body.
Smith said he put in more man hours during this training camp than for any fight prior to. Half the training camp at home in Nebraska, and then half in the Carolinas with Chris Weidman.
I've heard that quite a bit now. Guys going down to meet Weidman and those guys in North Carolina. It's like every now and again you start to hear different types of camps popping up. And it seems like Weidman and those guys are building some momentum.
Yeah, Jeff Jimmo's camp has been a destination, especially of late. And a lot of people making their way to Simpsonville, South Carolina as well to see Stephen Wonderboy Thompson.
And why wouldn't you? Wonderboy has such a dynamic style.
That was a hard inside kick by Ankalaev. There's been a lot of toe stepping here, if you notice that.
Yeah.
That happens often with the southpaw and the orthodox stances. They wind up stepping on each other's feet. And
it's because they're trying to control foot placement.
Yes.
The guy that gets outside leverage is the one that's going to find more success with his strikes. It's like a little dance. You find yourself watching the feet.
Yeah. Ankalaev with a heavy high kick.
Nice job by Ankalaev to raise that left guard.
It's kind of amazing how much of a betting favorite he is, considering the experience that Anthony Smith has.
And how well Anthony has fought as of late.
Yes. Oh, man. Beautiful combination there. I like how he capitalized on the opening and just landed that final low calf kick. They were all hands, and he just lands that down low. Smith with a right hand over the top.
Ankalaev moves his head very well defensively.
Oh.
We'll see if Ankalaev chooses to engage or welcome Smith back to his feet.
I was just going to say before they went to the ground that Smith landed a front kick to the body. That's an excellent weapon for him. And it's also a very good weapon with the stance that Ankalaev uses.
Yep.
Ankalaev he tends to stand a little squared off, and that opens up that body for that front kick, and Smith has an excellent one.
This is a very close round. And this, like Anthony spending the last 30 seconds on his back here is not a good look.
Yes.
As you end the round.
Round 2 coming up.
So Anthony Smith going back to his corner with a noticeable limp, says to his corner, ankle. So there's something going on with his ankle. They put ice on it. We'll see if it's just, you know, he tweaked it or if there's a real injury.
And he's going to have to raise the urgency now, especially if he recognizes that something's wrong.
It might just be a tweak. It might be one of those things you tweak it and then it works itself out.
Yeah. But we've seen guys deal with that before, right? We saw Jimmy Crute deal with that against him. We also saw Henry Cejudo deal with it against Mighty Mouse and somehow won the fight, right?
Yes.
Smith landed just 8 significant strikes in round 1. Corner calling for more volume.
And just pressure. They want him to pressure Ankalaev. And he's doing that. Oh, you can see that his ankle's bothering him, man.
Yeah.
You can see how he's lunging into that shot and everything. He looks almost like he's stuck in his stance, right? Leaning forward and everything.
Like it's not stable.
It's not stable.
Ankalaev's a hard guy to take down, though.
Yeah, he's very difficult to take down. Very well versed in the takedown defense. Trains in Dagestan, Makhachkala, but he doesn't train at the same gym as Khabib and those guys. They have 2 different gyms in that town. A lot of the bigger guys train where Ankalaev is. Anthony couldn't score the takedown, so he's trying to pull guard here.
Ankalaev's doing a really good job of keeping that right leg out of play, though. Like when Anthony went to try to drag him down, Ankalaev pulled that knee back past the knees of Smith.
It's the posture. He can't break his posture right now. That's why he can't pull him into his guard.
Right.
Because Ankalaev's posture, and look at him lift up on the elbow.
And still, even though he almost gets him down, Ankalaev straightens right back up.
Ankalaev doesn't want to go to the ground. It'll be on Anthony here to try to get to a single leg and start to use that to try and sweep him.
Twist that knee and rock back.
Going deep half.
Twist that knee.
Ankalaev recognized it.
Right hand.
Oh, big left hand there from Ankalaev. Perhaps a lot of the strategy for Smith rooted in that ankle issue.
Very well could be. I mean, we don't know the extent of the injury or what is going on, but clearly something's up.
And you see Anthony trying to use those butterfly hooks to try and elevate and get closer to Ankalaev, but Ankalaev is really not even playing the game because he won't break his posture.
Oh, big ground strikes from Ankalaev now.
Oh, my goodness. Jacob Montalvo's taking a really good look at it.
Anthony's got to control something here to try to build back up.
Oh, these are horrible.
Those are big shots.
Huge shots.
Tell him to fight back.
That'll do it. Montalvo steps in. 9 in a row for the oncoming Magomed Ankalaev.
He just said something like, my ankle's broke.
And this is what Ankalaev needed. If Ankalaev wanted a chance to fight for a championship, he needed that.
He said his legs broke. He just said his legs broke.
Yeah, I mean,
I think one of those leg kicks in the first round might have done him in.
And that's what we talked about, right? Even though you're not kicking hard, when you're kicking across the body into that southpaw stance, you're catching that kick across. Anderson Silva, Chris Weidman. Chris Weidman versus Uriah Hall. Same type of thing. You kick across the body, that can happen.
This is the end of the fight here, and Ankalaev on top, and Anthony Smith, you know, with a broken leg, which is what he's claiming. I mean, we need to get an x-ray to find out for sure, but obviously he's in a serious situation here, and Ankalaev is just all over him. And he can't really explode up on one leg and get out of there either.
He can't even step up. He can't even step up to turn if his leg is as compromised as he said it is. But Ankalaev, a guy that many have said it's an eventuality that he will fight for a championship. This may just be the fight that gets him that title shot.
You're absolutely right about that as they attend to Anthony Smith and look at that left wheel, which obviously was compromised at some point there in round one. All right, so Magomed Ankalaev, he's a patient fighter. Certainly there were a lot of finishes early on in his career. Coming in tonight, had 3 successive decision wins, and all 3 against credentialed opposition. Nikita Krylov, Volkan Oezdemir, and Thiago Santos tonight. He is able to get Anthony Smith out of there in round 2, and now to make it official, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jacob Montalvo has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 9 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO, Magomed Ankalaev.